All right, welcome to the next Screencastify for your Geography Interactive Notebook. This is for the first section, which is how the Earth is divided. We actually, I think we did start working on this, but can't remember. I don't know if we did this before the break or not. But either way, it's still part of your interactive notebook. So you are going to need to put it together. All right, so for the interactive notebook part of it, all right, what you're going to do is you are going to go to this page right here. All right, and it's going to look like that. Now this is just kind of blank because then you're also going to be writing notes as well. And you'll be writing it for the PowerPoint, and I'll go over the PowerPoint with you as well. But this is for the interactive notebook. All right, and you have this cut out as well. So make sure that you get it. And so the directions for that would be right here. Okay. And this is the hemisphere flip flap. All right, so this is the back. You're going to take this back and you're going to glue it. Okay. You're going to glue it on your page, and you're also then going to glue the equator onto it, or on the globe onto it. So it'll look something like this. Okay, and it'll flip. All right, so you can open it up. Okay. All right. So you will need to color this. All right, so make sure that you color it. I need you to make sure you color the water blue and the earth forms green. All right, and then you can also darken up the equator and the prime meridian if you want. Okay, and then you're going to glue it onto your page. Okay, so that's how you're going to do it. So now for the slides. Okay, so let's go over the slides. So how the Earth divided, I have it posted here, and these are the slides for it. Okay. Alrighty, and I'll go ahead and present it for you. Okay, so how the Earth is divided. All right, so in your notebook, all right, so right here in your notebook, you're going to take notes. You're going to write things down. Okay, and you're going to copy it right from the slides. So you don't have to worry about guessing or anything. But you're going to write down the notes on your paper, on your book here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at how that's going to look like. So your first slide says here lines of latitude. So what I'm going to do is in my notebook, I am going to find my pen first. All right, and I am going to write lines of latitude. Okay. All right, so I wrote lines of latitude. Okay, so lines of latitude. And then I am going to copy excuse me, the words on the slide. Sorry, guys, I mean to sneeze there. All right, so the first word is horizontal. So I'm going to write that down. Okay. And then the next one is parallel. All right, the next word is the equator. And then the next one is divides Earth north and south. Okay. All right, so that's what I did right there. Right. So I wrote those down, and that's what yours should look like. Okay. Now I glued this right in the middle of the page. You could always like glue it at the bottom if you want, or at the top, and then whatever blank space you can write in your notes. Okay. So I'm going to do the next slide. So the next slide is, whoops, I went too far. Sorry about that. Too far. Okay, next one is lines of longitude. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do lines of longitude. So I'm going to write down lines of longitude. Okay. And you can do this in different colored pens if you want to make it creative. You're certainly welcome to do that. So put lines of longitude right there. All right, and then I'm going to put in, so they're vertical, which means they go up and down. They meet at the poles. Prime meridian. And then divides Earth east and west. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's what you should have written down. Okay, which you can write down in your notebook. And then the next slide is hemispheres. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead in my book and I'm going to write down hemispheres in my book. And I'm going to write it on the bottom here. Okay. So there it is. There's hemispheres. So I wrote it down right there. Okay. And then I put my thing. So half a ball. That's what a hemisphere is. It's half of a ball. So if you were to cut a ball in half, it would be a hemisphere. All right. Earth can be divided into 4 of them. So they can be divided into 4 hemispheres. Okay. And then you have the northern and southern. You have the western and eastern. And then you put down that the USA is in the northwest hemisphere. Okay. All right, so then I put that down. Okay, so those are my notes right there. Just to write down. Okay. All right, and then that's it. Okay, so there's only four slides. All right, so this is what your first page is going to look like. This is what this page is going to look like. Remember, this needs to be colored in. All right, and like I said, you can do your notes in different color pens or whatever and make it look nice, just as long as you know it's neat and you can read it. All right. Okay, so that is for how the Earth was divided. Have fun. Good luck.